got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, I'll do exactly that. You guys expected me to be immediately defiant to everything that the game says. But what if I'm defiant of what you think and not what the game thinks? The game expects me to be defiant, so I'm not gonna be defiant. Instead, I'm gonna do as it says. What about that shit? I'm defiant of what you're thinking is defiant. Wait, you have people working on computers to work on computers to... So someone sits at this desk to control someone else sitting at another desk to do their job. Wouldn't it be easier to just have one person sitting at one desk rather than having to pay two people to sit at two desks? What if I mind control myself? What happens then? I did it. You happy, game? I didn't do what you wanted because I did what you wanted rather than not do what you wanted. We did it. I did what the game wanted, but it was trying to get me to act all like subversive, so I didn't.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Rad. Stanley is living the fucking life. Desk job, drugs, hookers. I'm just gonna do drugs in the closet here. No one's around, so I don't really have to hang out in the closet in order to do drugs anymore. Like, that's my belief, that Stanley went here to get his dick sucked by a hooker and do drugs. Because that's his normal, like, lunchtime routine. I guess we could go anywhere and do coke now. We don't have to wait. Like, no one's around anymore. We can just do whatever we want. Question, and this is a legitimate question, and you know it's coming from me, so you know I'm actually, like, I mean this when I'm asking this. Is it, can you pay a hooker to play Monopoly with you? Like, just for the sake of, I don't know, having someone to play Monopoly with? I'd imagine they have better uses of their time, right? Not sexy Monopoly, just regular Monopoly. Like normal, like boring Monopoly like you play with your grandmother, not like strip Monopoly. God, I hope you don't play strip Monopoly with... Because then, like, what if, like, the police roll up and they're like, are you hiring this hooker? And I'm like, to play Monopoly? I found something. Is this it? Cool. Good.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. And I'm sure you'll agree with me once you've fulfilled your new punishment.
Is the purpose of this...
Infinity years in the serious room.
What if infinity isn't the biggest infinity? Is that single number infinities or whole digit infinity?
You're devastated by this crippling new punishment.
What about the other infinities? Like the infinity between 1 and 2. And the infinity between 1 and 3. That's a bigger infinity. But yet somehow the same size, but not. It's actually a bigger infinity. All even numbers is a smaller infinity than all whole numbers, but also the same. Which infinity is it? What about numbers that only sound good when said softly into someone's ear as they're trying to sleep? Probably an infinite number of those. You'd honestly think that there'd not be that many, but think about it. If you were really tired and someone just started saying a string of numbers, like an ASMR number station, like that could be a thing. Is this a window? Could be. If there wasn't wood in the way, it'd be a window. That's how walls work too. This table could be a window if it was placed in a wall and wasn't made out of wood and was instead made out of nothing or glass. That's a big ask though. That basically changes the entirety purpose of this thing that I'm looking at. What if this was a window?
Will you cling desperately to your frail life?
Don't say the narrator's kind of a top in this ending. That's don't. It's a lot of forklifts. Have you ever tried to pick up a forklift with a forklift? In one job that I had, not saying which one because I don't want to get in trouble for something that I did probably about a decade or maybe 5 months ago or 2 days ago. Who knows? There's one job I had once. They had a forklift in the back room. You had to use it to like move around pallets of stuff. I, not knowing how to use a forklift, and B, being someone who wanted to use a forklift, decided to use the forklift. And it accelerated violently directly into a metal door, one of those rolling doors, like a garage door sort of thing, puncturing a hole in it, rather than, I don't know, taking any sort of like agency over the situation, doing anything. I just walked away, then walked back out to the customer who asked me, hey, do you have this in the back room? And I said, nah. No, actually, it turns out that I don't. Sorry, I looked everywhere, I couldn't find it. Ugly ass baby.
You heartless bastard.
It was ugly.
You do it because you hate babies?
Yes.
Or purely to spite me?
Yes.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do.